I just gotta get one thing straight so that I'm not gonna sit here looking crazy. You guys won't be able to be like, oh, Cliff Dog, you're exaggerating. It's not that bad. Let's read the patch notes. Just going over it together so no one can say what I'm about to say is contrived or pulled out of my ass. Now, when you read through the patch notes, it becomes clear that they're trying to make it easier for a lower skilled player. They're lowering the skill ceiling. So, up to 1,000 trophies, you really don't even have to worry about, are you good enough to play in these lobbies? And that's the primary issue. They even address it in the patch notes with like some little fucking italics joke. They say, does that mean that the pros and the casuals will be in the same pool after 1,000 trophies? And it says, yes, but the number of pros is much, much, much smaller than the number of casuals. So it might happen, but it should be rare. And that just goes to show that the developers of this game are as retarded as I say. They really are as dumb, as dull as I say. They really did lower the skill ceiling to make it easier for lower level players to get higher, but completely disregarded the fact that that would make it so much harder for higher level players. They literally even stated it themselves. They said the number of good players is much lower than the number of bad players. And so, this new system is perfectly good for the bad players because there's so many of them. But what about anyone who's remotely decent? I wonder what life is like for them after the update. Let me just show you. So this is a match of soul collectors in the 700 trophy range. We got a mythic, a diamond, and a guy who has unlocked all the brawlers and is on like stage 5 of world fame. Now look at this epic play in the beginning. The Ems is hiding in the bush on the complete opposite side of where the enemies are. Alright, the Ems is deciding she doesn't really wanna play anymore at all. Alright. Oh, okay, the Frank.
Well, to me, what it looks like she's doing on the screen is completely fucking quitting and giving up.
And then we literally lose this match in the first 40 seconds of playing it. If you have to slow down the replay, they did absolutely nothing. And you know, this is exactly what I mean by there's a huge problem with the game right now. Because when you look at these people's profiles, it's literally a 2.6 thousand trophy Frank. And it's literally a 1,000 trophy Ems. But I was put up against players who are in the 20,000 plus range. A 30,000, a 20,000, and a 10,000. Bruh, he has like, I don't understand. This guy with 5,000 trophies literally has 2,000 more trophies than my two teammates put together. What did the devs expect? What did they expect when they did this? It's like they seriously didn't comprehend that if you're gonna do it one way, then the vice versa exists. And so now, I'm sitting here playing my brawlers casually, trying to get them up, and I'm getting put in lobbies with complete brain-dead bots. Like, so much so that these people with 1,000 trophies are actually worse than the bots. And I'm not exaggerating, it's just a bot will play the objective, a bot will try to be a teammate. But someone with 1,000 trophies like this Ems is literally just gonna throw the game. The skill ceiling is the idea that there's different niches, there's different facets of the player base. And so, while someone who has all the brawlers unlocked is going to be better because they know what every brawler can do,
Someone who just started playing the game and only has 10 brawlers unlocked should never be in a lobby with someone who has all of the brawlers unlocked. It literally doesn't make sense.
If you can't comprehend that someone with 1,000 trophies could practically only have 2 brawlers
it makes
unlocked,
more sense that would be
I will
consistent
continue
with how
on to show
matchmaking
you
works than to put someone
what type of encounters
who's
I've
practically
been encountering.
maxed out.
At one point, one of these matches, I'm literally not being hyperbolic, I'm not joking. I was put up against 3 people that were above 60,000, and my teammates combined had like 30,000 trophies.
Wow, it seems like I can easily just pick out specific examples that make it look absurd. This is actually rather reoccurring. So this is some random bitch named Ashley, and she seriously only has 1 brawler in the 700 trophy range. Now that's what the problem is right there. That if you base matchmaking on the range of individual brawlers, you'll have people who are at the very bottom playing with people who are at the very top. That does not make it easier on anyone. It makes it more inconsistent for the people at the bottom, and it makes it extremely hard for the people at the top. One way you can see that what I'm saying isn't completely contrived is that when you look at these people who you get in the lobby and they have 4,000 trophies, 7,000 trophies, look at the people who are on the other side. Bruh, I click on Ashley and I click on my Jim Bob guy, and then I click on the other team and they're at 20,000 trophies, 40,000 trophies, 13,000 trophies. That's significantly higher than someone with 4,000 fucking trophies, especially as far as experience goes. The person with 4,000 trophies, when we looked at his profile, he literally only had 2 people that were that high. Edgar, and then whoever he played in the match, and then every other brawler was lower than. You can't sit there and pretend that I'm making that part up, or that you can't see the problem or the issue. When the developers were thinking up this new system, they just completely disregarded reality or pragmatism. Even worse, the developers have been so lazy lately. See, that's the problem. My first example,
a developer should be able to look at this
image
stars
and count the tiles from the siege, bringing back siege, but not tweaking it to a degree where it's that people wouldn't just exploit it. And they should have been able to know that people like Brock, Grom, Penny, especially in the new modern Brawl Stars, Colt, they would be too overpowered. And they need to extend the range of this zone by a couple of tiles. They need to make it so that the safe zone from the range of the turret is just a little bit farther back. But no, they didn't, and now there's literally people who are just straight up running these matches, these modes, and exploiting them to like the farthest that they could possibly go. Look at half the Colts on the leaderboard. When this siege was available, not even that. You know what, this example, it may not be the best, but let's look at another one. Hellfire Spike. In one day, you could have pushed 2,000 trophies on Spike. And you're telling me that there's no consequence for the exploiters. The only real consequence is for any poor soul who doesn't have these characters unlocked, who doesn't have these silly little match modifier abilities unlocked. Hey, this was a pretty lazy video, I'm not gonna lie.
But at least I'm not as lazy as the developers. Before this video ends, I'm just gonna show you a speed run of all the absurd matchmaking that I've gotten. Alright, let's check out our first guy. Oh, 5,000 trophies. Hey, highest rank, gold 2. Hey, 2,000 trophies, highest rank, silver 2. It really makes sense to put me with the guy who only has one brawler in the 500 trophy range. Let me just say that some of these people, I have the same amount of trophies on one brawler, and then some of these people, if you just take like 4 of my brawlers, I have the same amount of trophies as their whole account. So that should really put it into perspective how ridiculous this shit is getting. Even worse, I run into pay-to-win losers. Like, it's called pay-to-win, not pay to be a loser. Bro, if you have power 11s that are lower than fucking 300 trophies, if you have power 11s, maxed out brawlers with hypercharges, and they're literally lower than 500 trophies, it's kind of sad. This man literally has 1,600 fucking trophies. They put me in a lobby with someone who had 1,600 trophies. This guy, 4,000 trophies. His Nita's at 900. And so, yep, because he has one brawler at 900 and the rest of them are below 500, like, the majority of his brawlers literally have 0 trophies. I don't think that it's really like just me complaining anymore. It's hard to really, I understand how obnoxious it is, but it's not pretentious in the slightest bit. As a matter of fact, I low-key feel bad for myself with how absurd this discrepancy is. I swear, I literally have more this guy has 593 fucking trophies. They put me in a lobby with someone who's literally on, like, his first day of playing. It's ridiculous. Anyway, you guys, this was a video showcasing something very certain. It's hard to misconstrue all the information that I've given you. Of course, it's way worse than I even led on to. Leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the Widgia.